The Joyner Lucas vs. Skepta battle is officially over, but who really won? I'll tell you what, I did not think I would be diving into a video on X to conclude a rap battle. I thought I would be breaking down, hopefully, another Joyner Lucas diss, but obviously, Joyner doesn't feel that way. So we're going to dive into this video and see why he feels the way that he does. And we're also going to talk about this battle. Now that it's done, now that we can pan out and look at a wide angle lens from it, we can compare all the rounds and we can come to a conclusion of who we think truly won this UK-USA beef.
So I'm over here minding my business, living my best life.
Living my best life. Is my man in the pool right now in a wife beater? That's brand new swimwear.
And I guess Skippy dropped a new song. I know why. I don't understand why neither. I guess the nigga just don't want to die. But I'm going to listen to it, and I want y'all to listen.
Because he's in a battle. Of course he's going to keep going.
To the shit with me. If it's fire, I might respond, right? You kind of have to. If it's trash, I'm not responding, right? I'm just going to end this shit in. I got his candle lit right here, the little vigil. We're going to light his candle. We're going to light the vigil for Skippy. This is his third attempt. We're going to see if it's fire or not.
Interesting way to take control of a narrative, right? Very smart, though, in terms of tactics. But obviously, I'm never a fan of, if you're in the middle of a battle, I hate to see like all the social media. It's almost like vote getting, like politicians, like trying to win your support, right? And like taking to social media. And I always enjoy more a battle that's just kept on wax, right? If you want to respond like this, if you think it's trash, if you think it's not worth a response, but go do it on wax anyways and go talk about it and troll it on wax, right? Don't make a video on it. But I see what Joyner's doing, right? He's playing the game. He's playing the social media game. He's bringing all of us in, and then he's giving himself an out so that he doesn't have to respond to round 3 and carry it on.
I'll listen to it together. Let's get it.
So, nah, this shit ain't over. Where's Skeppy at? I'm ready.
You've been gone for a minute, though.
What?
I missed the shit.
Is you serious?
Time to go home, son.
That shit sound like some Power Rangers shit already, but let's go.
Yo, what's wrong with Power Rangers? Mighty Morphin these bars. Come on.
You said that you've been waiting.
Come on, man. You can't tell me you didn't want to get Kimberly. Give me some Green Ranger power.
Some Power Rangers shit already, but let's go.
Joyner.
You said that you've been waiting for this. Come on, tell me how long have you been waiting for this, huh? Since you and 6ix9ine were fucking doing foreplay with a snitch. You heard a whip crack, you trying to stay in the mix. You dick sucker.
Those were your lines, Joyner.
I'm coming out, you dissing me to hype up the buzz. I exposed the ignorance, man, you're lying too much. While you were laughing at my accent, I was lighting you up with mad bangers. I told them, please shut the fuck up.
All right, so the beat is already horrible. His bars are trash. And I'm kind of convinced that there's like some type of UK-US barrier to where they think that like some of their bars are so fire. Like when a nigga was like, you got an infection in your big toe, them UK niggas went crazy over that. I don't understand the shit. I thought that shit was horrible. When a nigga was like, oh, you call yourself Joyner Lucas, but my chest got loads of mucus, that was a bar to them niggas. They thought that was the illest shit they ever heard in their life. So I don't know.
That's fair, but again, notice what he does. He like skates over the flip of the Tekashi 6ix9ine, which all Skepta did was take what Joyner said, what Tory also recognized, and flipped on Joyner. Because it was a weird flex. It was a weird thing for Joyner to brag about. Having a threesome with Tekashi 6ix9ine, especially when he's got child cases pending and everything around him. It was a weird flex at the time. It's still a weird flex now. Joyner skates over that, right? Says all the bars are trash. Just gives you a generalized throwaway comment. It's all trash. It's all trash, right? But again, it's all tactical. It's all tactical.
They thought that was the illest shit they ever heard in their life. So I don't know.
And I get that. I agree. Those bars aren't that hot. Like the examples that he's given right there.
Explain gangster rappers, you think your lyrics are sexy? Cause you switch them around and rap backwards. You cap rappers, whack rappers, I smack rappers. It's war on them, don't flop, you know that I ain't nice. Catch him at the night show, now he's got stage fright. You know what I spray like?
Catch him at the night show. Now he got stage fright, and he even dropped the beat like that was a bar. I'm like, all right.
It's loaded, hitting with cannons from the Arsenal. He ain't seeing daylight, or do it hands free, no DNA. I holler at my hitman, he can hit you from 20 feet away. But it's a horror movie if he pulls out the shotty. You ain't scaring anybody, man. This clash was a piece of cake. You think you're seeing Skepta?
I like the sequence of all the battle rapper shout outs. And also, I missed it in my breakdown, but shout out to, me being an ex-footballer too, Arsenal and the Cannons as well. The Cannons logo representing Arsenal, flipping that on top of all the battle rapper bars and shout outs from Daylight to Shoddy Horror, right? Arsenal, everyone involved.
I holler at my hitman, he can hit you from 20
Hitman holla.
feet away. But it's a horror movie if he pulls out the shotty. You ain't scaring anybody, man. This clash was a piece of cake. You think you're seeing Skepta today? I'm Nicolas Cage.
Look at Joyner.
60 seconds, no
Look at Joyner's face.
minute made, but I got the juice now. Jonah
Gone to 60 seconds, no minute made. These are the bars that this is what they think is fire over there. I don't understand this shit, but we just gonna go ahead and we gonna light this nigga's candle.
Oh, that's it?
Rest in peace to Skippy, my boy. In it, he tried.
In it.
It didn't work. I think I proved my point. There's no the UK US shit. I don't give a fuck what Drake talking about. The UK ain't fucking with US when it comes to this music shit, when it comes to this lyrical art form. You niggas got this shit from us, nigga, you understand? And it's over, my boy. You tried 3 times, it's not it. Let's move on now, Skippy, all right? So everybody bow your heads, say a prayer to Skippy. All right, that's it. And it.
So, obviously, the disrespect by not even playing the full diss, right? Cutting it short. And then, yeah, he's picking apart probably the weaker angles, the weaker bars, I would say, from that diss. And he's highlighting those. And he's using those weaker angles, right, to point out and to generalize the entire diss and say that the whole diss is trash, which is an illogical perspective because you could turn around and do it to Joyner as well. Like, you could point out and pick out some of like the filler bars that he even had in round 2 KO, where he's not really dissing Skepta. He's just got filler bars that sound really dope, right? And you could say, oh, well, that doesn't really land. That's not really a hard bar. It's not even addressing Skepta. And then you use that to write off the whole diss. You understand what he's doing, but he knows how to play a rhetorical game, right? And at the end of the day, rap battles, as much as we like to focus on the lyricism, as much as we like to focus on the bars, there's still a popularity contest. And I think if you step back from this, Joyner had all the advantages going into this, right? Because he had the US side of things, which is a much larger audience. And he knows what he's doing with those statements about the UK getting it from the US being more lyrical, because that's going to appeal to his American audience, right? And I'm an American. But one thing I will say about the battle and the beef, and one thing I kept highlighting, was that I don't think Skepta is the final representation of the UK, just as like Joyner isn't necessarily the final representation of the US either, right? Because you have some amazing UK lyricists that are really just spitting, that are next level lyricists, next level flows, wordplay, multi-syllable schemes, just doing it well and excelling as MCs. I'm talking about the Chips of the world, right? I'm talking about the Wretch 32s. I'm talking about the Gets, right? I'm talking about even someone from an artistic perspective, a socially conscious perspective, in terms of just the musicality and the cleverness with how they put it together, like a Dave as well. There's so many really, really dope UK MCs. And for my American audience who's watching, hopefully, maybe you take some of these recommendations, you go look up some of these people, because they're really dope artists and they stand toe-to-toe with USA artists, right? Now that that's out of the way, for me, this response from Joyner too, like, it's the easy road, it's the low-hanging fruit, because from Joyner's perspective, right? Again, you step back and you look at this. Round 1, I gave to Joyner, and I think there's a greater consensus, and there's more people who will say that Joyner took round 1, and that was an easy win for Joyner because Skepta threw his diss out at Joyner, but only threw a few bars out at Joyner. Right? He kind of was just casting a line out there, just fishing to see who would bite and who would take his bait. But it backfired on him a little bit because he didn't really focus on Joyner. When he knew that Joyner was ready to take on this battle on X, when he knew that Joyner was ready to step up to the plate, he could have spent even more time on Joyner, right? But what he did was, it's almost like he threw away round one in order to catch Joyner, in order to make sure this progresses. But he was also hoping it was going to blow up and hoping that he would get some other artists to bite and some other artists to diss him as well. And it didn't work out that way. So all Joyner had to do was come through, focus on Skepta in round one, which he did. And the other advantage that Joyner had is that he had just some really dope sounding production. He had a great choice in terms of beat selection. He had great choice in terms of rhythm, in terms of flow pockets, in terms of rhyme patterns, how we set it up. At the end of the day, these weren't just diss tracks that Joyner dropped. These are really dope sounding songs that Joyner gave us. And that's easy in the popularity contest of a rap battle to win people to your side. When something sounds really dope, when it gets people's heads nodded, and then you sprinkle in some bars, you sprinkle in some punchlines, you already have them nodding and feeling your energy. That's going to make those punchlines hit even more. Whereas maybe you choose a more eclectic beat, something that's a little bit more out there, a little bit more abstract. And even though you may have some really dope bars and punchlines, maybe even better than this side of things, because you haven't won the audience over with the energy, with the vibe check of that, right? Maybe some of those punchlines don't hit as well for the audience. And it's all about setup. It's all about approach to it. And I think Joyner really mastered the musicality side of it and really knew what he was doing, because he is experienced with his battles and he's learned from his previous battles too in terms of what to bring to the table. So round one, I personally give to Joyner. Round two, I think round two was a lot closer than people say. And obviously you're going to have this comment section fighting. You're going to have people upset commenting, because that's the beauty of fan bases. You know, a lot of Skepta fans think that Skepta took round two. And what they cite is that Skepta just came with more truthful angles, more valid angles and bars and attacks to Joyner. Whereas they say that on Joyner's side, he had too much cap. He had too much lies, too much exaggeration and hyperbole, which, you know, obviously it's going to suit their narrative, and they're going to solely focus on the bars and pick the angles that back that narrative, right? That serve that confirmation bias. But when I did my breakdown, there were still angles that Joyner took that I like. There were still angles that hold up the litmus test. And it is still a rap battle at the end of the day. There's plenty of exaggeration that has gone into rap battles over the years. Did Jay-Z literally leave condoms on Nas's baby seat from Takeover? No. Did Tupac sleep with Biggie's wife and hit him up in Faith Evans, but she did not? No. Did Dr. Dre and Eazy-E sleep together and get the Vaseline out, as Ice Cube suggests on No Vaseline? No. These are one of many examples of hyperbole, of exaggeration that are used in a rap battle, because at the end of the day, rap battles are still music. They're still entertainment. But on the flip side, it's hip hop. And on the flip side, you know, we've always valued authenticity. So I think, sure, you can have exaggeration, you can have hyperbole, but also you got to make sure that it comes from the right place. And you got to make sure that you also balance it out with that genuineness, with those genuine lines, with those genuine angles, with those genuine bars, and that genuine approach to the spirit of competition of MCing. So for me, round two comes down to like a judge's scorecard in a fight, a really close fight. And it could honestly go either way. It just depends on who's judging it that day and what they're valuing, right? I could see arguments for people supporting Skepta. I could also see arguments and angles for people supporting Joyner. Now, for me, from a personal perspective, again, I just love the way that Joyner attacked this. I thought he had enough direct angles, enough direct shots in round two, where I would give a slight edge to Joyner. But I wouldn't be upset if someone had an opinion and they laid a foundation in an argument that Skepta won. Now, step back and see this from Joyner's perspective, because he's got a good, finger to the pulse of all this. He's well aware that there's a large number of people who will say that he won the second round. So he is up 2-0 on Skepta. So what's the point in going into a third round when he's already winning? Even if Skepta comes with an amazing diss, comes with just, shocking evidence, Skepta takes round three. Joyner's still up 2-1. And then what? You have to go to round four to decide it? Well, it's only Joyner's battle to lose at this point in time, right? From his side of things. Because then you go to a round four, and then let's say Skepta wins round four. Then what? It's 2-2. And how do you decide it? How do you balance it out? Is there a fifth round? Where do we go from here? So it's always an interesting question when a rap battle happens is, how far and how deep does the battle go? Because at the end of the day, what we all have to appreciate and consider is that it's not like there's a personal reason for this battle. There's not a personal bias. There's not really a previous affiliation, right? And I think for me, some of the better battles that you've seen over the years and over time, because those artists have had interactions. Those artists, have had back and forths, those artists know each other. They know where to attack. They know how to approach it, right? And it can get more raw, more personal. I mean, it's like gladiators at the end of the day. We love to sit back and watch this drama unfold before us. I think one of the things that hurt the Joyner Lucas and Skepta battle overall is that they just don't really know a ton about each other, right? It's not like they're super linked up with each other. So they're essentially creating all of this clash, all of this back and forth out of nothing, right? Out of whatever evidence, out of whatever information they can discover about the other person in a short amount of time. But they're still, creating something and being Houdini right now. And how deep can that go? And I think Joyner's aware of that. Like, you start to drop around 3, you start to drop around 4. Like, surely there's going to be a drop off at some point in time. Like, then you just get rounds that have so much filler in it because we're running out of things to talk about. We're running out of angles to approach. And at the end of the day, how much time does Joyner want to dedicate to this when he's up 2-0? If Skepta unanimously won round 2, right? If more people on the internet, as Joyner felt like, from what he's seen, from all the chatter, from the podcast, from the personalities, from just the social media comments, if Joyner truly felt like Skepta won round 2, then you would have gotten a round 3 response from Joyner. You would have 100% gotten it because then the scorecard would have been 1-1. So you would have needed that round 3 to really decide things. But again, from Joyner's viewpoint and vantage point, this is why he made this video. Because this is the easy road to take in order to walk away with your W. Right? You don't have to address round 3. You could just write it off as garbage. And your fans are going to run away with it. Even though, in my opinion, round 3 was actually Skepta's best round yet. Skepta brought forward some really dope angles. I really like the production that Skepta was behind on this. I like the way that he approached this. I felt like this was stronger than Skepta's round 2. And I felt like if this would have been Skepta's round 2, we'd be having a much different conversation and you would see Joyner jumping into round 3. But I don't know. That's just my perspective on all this. That's just how I see things. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Joyner won? Do you think that Skepta won? Do you think that Joyner needs to respond with a round 3? I mean, I know that he's not, but let's play the hypothetical game. Do you feel like Joyner should respond to Skepta's round 3? Let me know down below. But anyways, thanks as always for being here, guys. Thank you for your time. Listen, if you're here at the end, subscribe, notifications on. It all helps. It all goes a long way. We got more battles to break down. We got more lyricism. We got more MCing from the UK, from the USA. Comment down below any recommendations. Also, if you want to support the channel, go get your hats. knoxhilldmv.com. Those of you in London, I'm playing London this Saturday. About to be a sold-out show. So if you want your tickets, you want to come see me live, click the link down there. It'll be down below. Also, I'll be coming to Berlin 2 days later. So yeah, we got a lot coming, man. A lot to look forward to. All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again.
You know I'm going now with a bang. Bang. Tell him leave the bag in a bang. Bang. You should check the tags where we hang. Hang. You know I'm going now with a bang. Know I'm going now with a bang. Bang. Tell him leave the bag in a bang.